We are doing this in protection of the safety, honor, happiness, and peaceful nature of the existence of Guyana now and in the future. So let us not forget why we are doing this. Let us not forget that we are doing this on behalf of every single Guyanese. And as long as the struggle takes, go back to history, you will see that the PPP has always stood up strong, stood up mighty, stood up peacefully. And what did we stand up for? We stand up for the rights of the people. And until the setting of the sun, and until the dawn of time, and until this dictatorship is removed, and until democracy is returned, and until the respect to constitutional rule is returned, we will stand up. We will stand up every day, and we will fight, and we will fight, and we will fight. For when we stand up and when we fight, we know victory is coming, and it will come. Thank you. Brothers and sisters, it is now my honor to bring our leader, our General Secretary, the leader of the opposition, and the tower of strength for the masses, Comrade Bara Jagdeo.
Well, thank you very much. And let me once again thank all of you for being here today. Once again, you have demonstrated your fortitude and your willingness to stand up for what is right and what is constitutional in Guyana. A few days ago, Irfaan and I met with Mr. Granger and Mr. Harman. And we, in the interest of moving the country forward and avoiding unconstitutional rule, which is going to be fast upon us after September 18th, we outlined a course of action that will bring us back into compliance with constitutional rule, that would see early elections and have our country move forward, because that's all we want. A country that obeys the laws, a country that protects all of its people, a country that and a government that can continue to work in favor of all the people of Guyana to create jobs, give them better welfare, etc. And the faster we get those elections, the faster we will move to restoring credibility to this country and to start solving people's problems once again. But Mr. Granger continues to defy logic. And what he does is a clever ploy that they have in APNU. From the very beginning, Granger says, I will await the GCOM to advise me on a date by which they will be prepared to hold the elections. And then his minions at GCOM, taking directions from Congress Place, have done everything to frustrate the preparation of elections since December last year. So it's a dual game they're playing. On one hand, he wants to seem like the statesman. I'm complying with the Constitution, I'm complying with the order of the CCJ. But on the other hand, his people are seriously undermining our ability to move forward. And so when we say to him, which is purely within his responsibility within the Constitution, that he has to dissolve Parliament, he has to name a date for elections now. That's his responsibility in the Parliament and in the Constitution. He keeps saying, I'm waiting on GCOM. And then on GCOM, you will know that the shenanigans that they have gone through with, to delay the elections by claiming they have to go to house registration to prepare a list, which is nonsense and will result in elections way into next year. And that is what they want. So we have to keep putting the pressure on this administration to comply with the Constitution. And nothing comes easy in this country. In the meantime, what they're doing, they're busy running around the country making false promises again. They're promising free education, they're going to fix every road, you know the usual stuff, the 2014. Hoping that the time that they're buying will give them a chance to turn around things on the ground, because they know people are very dissatisfied with them. So new set of promises. But can we believe any promise they make? No! A president who cannot respect the Constitution of Guyana, how can we expect him to respect any promise he makes to us? Therefore, we have to keep up the struggle. We have to put pressure on Granger to comply with the Constitution. They want to go to the courts once again and tie things up in the court. That's where they're hoping. We're very mindful of that game. And the protests will get bigger, and we will expand it. Let me warn Granger. He thinks that this is the end of it, and this is the limit to our crowd. If they don't comply with the Constitution, he's going to see real protests right across this country. We'll have to shut down Guyana if we have to do so. We'll have to shut it down. We're not unprepared to tolerate unconstitutional rule in this country. For too long, that was denied of us in the 28 years, and we're unwilling to take our country back there and our children back there, where they never had a voice in this country, where they were attacked and harassed with impunity, where people of every race didn't have a chance to bring up their children in an environment that is conducive to their development. And let me make one thing they can't find a hole in our armor about, is because they are very partisan. We are a multi-ethnic party. We fight for all of Guyana, people of every race, every religion, every age, young and old in this party. They all have an equal place. Unlike APNU. That is the strength of the PPP. That is the strength of the PPP, and we have to ensure that all of Guyana, as Irfaan said, knows we are fighting for them. Even if they don't know it now, some APNU supporters, we are fighting for their rights too. And so, comrades, thank you for being here. We'll continue the struggle. We'll expand the struggle. We'd have to expand it back in the regions and everywhere across Guyana. But let's see how the ruling of the court will go and what decision is made at GCOM. We've made it clear that that list is it's unsupervised, the house-to-house registration. To go down that route will put this country into chaos and disaster, and we're unprepared to accept anything that will delay the elections and go against the Constitution and the ruling of the CCJ. So thank you for being here today. Let the protests continue, let the struggle continue. Victory will ultimately be ours. And when that day comes, all of you will have the opportunity and the pride to say, you played a part in ensuring